There is so much going on in the world right now, and we don't have to hash it all out. I know that you guys have social media, you see the news, not just with Corona, but with so many different aspects, specifically Black Lives Matter, protests, police brutality. There's so many things, and it's been really difficult for me to sit down and film a video. I don't know if I should address it. I don't know if it's right for me to even post a video on a time like this when I should really just be bringing awareness to issues like this right now. And I know that a lot of people are in the same space. I've actually taken a cleanse from social media for a bit too, because it's a lot, especially on my Instagram, and I love seeing all of the Black Lives Matter posts. Absolutely love seeing that. Always going to support those posts, but sometimes it can be really overwhelming to see that all over your feed, and I understand that every once in a while it's important to take a break. And I didn't think that I could film a video without addressing what's going on in the world first. First of all, I hope you guys are doing good with Corona. In the state that I live in, we've officially started hosting small gatherings of 10 people. Some service businesses have opened up, hence why I cut my hair. Some restaurants have opened up as well, so it feels like we're starting to get back to normal, which is really nice. I think that the whole quarantine thing in general has been tough on everyone. I talked about this a little bit in my last vlog, but it definitely has been tough on me. I feel like things are finally starting to look up. People are starting to get back into a sense of what's normal and what's not normal, so hopefully that sticks. And I hope that wherever you are in the world that you're safe and healthy with your families, and you guys are doing all the protocols that you can to be able to get back to a sense of normalcy while still protecting those that are very vulnerable to getting Corona. For this video specifically, I wanted to talk about the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and I know that this is a very controversial topic. I'm not going to become super political on here. I will tell you guys that I do support Black Lives Matter, absolutely, and I think that it is such an important thing that we're fighting for, and I know not everyone thinks that, and that is okay, but I do want to share my opinions on it. Hopefully, if you guys are getting really overwhelmed and stressed like I am, it might help hearing a different viewpoint, and I'm going to bring attention to this once, and then in my next videos from here on out, they're just going to leave the situation as is. The number one thing that I wanted to bring up on here is Black Lives Matter in terms of social media. I saved this post on Instagram. I will link it in the description box down below, but I think it's so important. It's a little quote, and the quote says, "Some people are posting on social media, some are protesting in the streets. Some are donating silently, some are educating themselves. Some are having tough conversations with friends and family. A revolution has many lanes. Be kind to yourself and to others who are traveling in the same direction. Just keep your foot on the gas." And I feel like this quote in particular is so important in times like these. I personally have so many friends that are very, very active on posting on social media, sharing what they're doing, and bringing awareness to Black Lives Matter. And I think that is so powerful and important, especially if that's what they want to do. But I think it's also important to recognize that there are people out there who maybe they're not big on posting their opinions all over the internet, but they're donating silently on the side, or they're trying to educate themselves. But it's important to recognize that most of these people that you're arguing with also want the same thing. Even though people have different means of trying to get the same end goal, you still need to respect how they're doing things. And this has actually affected me personally because I know I posted something. This is a little story time, but I posted something on my Snapchat story pretty recently, and it didn't have anything to do with the Black Lives Matter movement. It was something completely unrelated. But someone swiped up on my story and they were like, "Do you even care about what's going on in the world?" And I feel like that is such a closed-minded thing to say because you have no idea how people are supporting the cause, and just because they're not blasting it all over the internet doesn't mean that they don't care about it. I do want you guys to know that I recognize my privilege. I recognize that racism still exists, and I can use my platform for good or to bring awareness to Black Lives Matter, which I'm trying to do now. I wrote an Instagram post on one of my separate side accounts, and I wanted to read it to you guys because I think it puts into words how I feel better than me talking off the fly, if that makes any sense. Recently, I've been at a loss for words on social media. I'm fortunate to be part of such an empowering, inclusive group of women through the organization that I'm a part of in my college. It is times like these that I take a step back and recognize my privilege. Whether it be educating yourself, donating silently, or posting on social media, we can all use our voice to make change in this world. Sometimes it is disheartening to see so many arguments and polarized beliefs everywhere. I think it is important to recognize that there is a light at the end of this tunnel. These difficult conversations are necessary, and real change never comes from a place of comfort. While I will never understand, I will fight for you. While this trend may die, the momentum can't stop there. Black Lives Matter. That's how I feel about the situation. I know it may seem like it because I have a YouTube channel and it seems like I'm very active in all social networking aspects, but that's really not me. I'm a more closed-off individual, but despite that, I do recognize that there are things that I can do, there are organizations that I can donate to, and there are things that you guys can do as well. And I also want you to understand that there are probably going to be so many difficult conversations that you're encountering with people, whether it be your family members, whether it be close friends, and it's really scary to see so many polarized and different beliefs. But I think that this discomfort is truly necessary, and there's not going to be any change unless people recognize that there are so many different opinions and they talk it out with one another. It's been too long for this to still be an issue within our world. It needs to be addressed and it needs to be fixed. So that is my whole opinion on the Black Lives Matter movement. I stand with you guys, I recognize my privilege, and I will continue to fight for you. And one day I hope that we can live in a world where people are not judged based on the color of their skin. I do have so much hope for people that are living in our world today, especially my generation. There are so many people that are much better at vocalizing their opinion than I am, and they give out facts, and they're so good at educating people. And that gives me hope as a younger individual within this society, and I hope one day we can truly make change. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.